Hello everyone, RPG Kingdom Kid here, bringing you some more Steins Gate. In the previous part, we were searching for Suzuha's father, and Daru tried to be all nice, be like, hey, here he was, or something, but we don't know if that would actually be worth it. And we also learned that she can't travel back to the future, she can only travel to the past, which really sucks, because when she travels back to try to give us an IBN 5100, we can never see her again, which sucks. So that's probably why the IBM disappeared, because well, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, hopefully we can wrap up chapter 6 in this video. I at least hope so. I'm pretty sure we're getting close to it. Next day, as night falls, I summon all lab members except Kurisu to Randaka-kun. It's boiling hot on the rooftop, even in the evening. When I provide Daru with a refreshing gift of cola, his sweaty face lightens up. Wow, Orkarin, an ice-cold zero-calorie cola? How thoughtful of you. Daru happily takes the cola and chugs it straight from the bottle. Afterwards, Daru and Suzuha start discussing the time machine. Mayuri and I watch from a short distance away. Oh, is this basically... Yeah, this is basically the same scene because you went back... He went back in time. This is basically the same thing again. Yeah, I guess so. I'm glad Suzuha-san wasn't hurt in the crash. I heard it's really hard to drive. If the gravitational whatchamacallit coordinates are just a teensy bit off, the whole time machine becomes a jelly man and goes bloop! And she even said her time machine's unstable since it's not a CERN model. I'm worried about her trip to 1975. Do you think I should go with her? I wonder if I'd fit. What would you do in 1975? I cheers Suzu-san on, of course. I'd hold her hand super tight and tell her that everything's going to be okay. Hey, Orkarin, do you think the time machine has a name? If you want to know, just ask Taiter. Oh yeah, you usually didn't think of that. Mayuri giggles, but runs off to talk to Suzuha. She returns a few seconds later. Yep, it has a name. FG204 something something, she said. Anyway, do you think Daru-kun and Suzuha-san are a good match? I look at Daru and Suzuha again. Daru's all about Ferris. Oh, really? She tilts her head to the side. Hey, can Mayuri take a closer look at the time machine? Nada Mayuri runs over to the time machine again. Behind her, the sun glows dark and orange on the horizon. As Mayuri leaves, Suzuha comes over to stand beside me. Our shadows are long and murky in the fading light. It was amazing. He said if things go wrong, we could have the time machine fixed, but if things go well... You look so unhealthy and slow. The refreshing breeze blows up by. It's quite hot a few minutes ago, but the temperature's finally starting to drop. Hey. There's something I want to say, and I feel like I'll never see another chance. Are you listening? A moment's hesitation, I give a little nod. I'm really grateful to you, all of you. When I came to this time, I didn't know anyone. I was all alone in the world, completely different from my own. I'm not reading this again. She already said this in the previous part. So this time her tone is wistful. The time machine can only lead to the past. Truth I heard from Daru plays in my head in an endless refrain. Uh-huh. Shake my head.
その代わりみんな誰も覇気がなくて笑いはするけど怒ったり個性なんて誰も持ってる。この前君が私にあの時すごくびっ
Thinking swiftly about something or another.
君のラボに出入りしてるみんな
Okay, I'm.
まゆりも足抱いて私もみんなこうして頑張れてるのも君たちほんのちょっとでも
Being that man, even for just a little while, that's great. I don't think she said this part because I think he said like, "Why do you want to be like me? I'm all this," and she's like, "No, you're not." She smiles then, a soft, sad smile that tears at my heart. This time I know what the smile means.
ほんのちょっとの間でも君たちと一緒にいられてよかった。
Being with you guys just was great. Suzuha obviously knew from the beginning that if she traveled to 1975, she could never return. Change the future, Okabe Rintaro. Make it a world like this one, where people can be free. First time I heard her speak these words, I thought she was sentimental because she couldn't return to her original 2036. I was wrong. Forget about 2036. She can't even return here to 2010. Not without living 35 years. She'll be 54 when 2010 comes around. The present us and the present Suzuha can never meet again. Suzuha chose this mission. To change the future. To save Mayuri. Unless Suzuha travels to 1975, Mayuri will die. But then what about Suzuha herself? When she leaves for 1975, she'll have to sacrifice everything she has here. How does she feel about that? Do you? Do you regret spending time with us? What do you mean? Do you regret making new friends here? New memories? Do you wish you had kept your distance? You've already abandoned one life. Now you have to abandon another. In a sense, it's like you're killing yourself. Did Ajashi Taru tell you? Suzuha frowns. He's worried about you. Jeez, I told him not to tell anyone. Well, how do you feel about going to 1975? Doesn't matter how I feel. Suzuha's expression slowly hardens. I have to go. It's the path I chose, and it's what my dad wanted. What if we ask you to stay? I'll go anyway. One of these guys on that channel asked what right I have to change the future and decide the fate of the human race. He had a point. But still, I don't want the future to turn out like that. I want the people in my time to be free like you. Free to laugh and play, fight and argue, get sad and cry. If I change the future, then no one will die. Not you, not Shina Mayuri, and not my dad. Maybe I don't have the right, but I'm going anyway. Even if you can never return. Come on, the 70s aren't a bad time, you know. I'll find friends there just like you guys. We'll have a blast. Just like that, Suzuha is back to her usual self. But despite her cheerful smile, I am certain that her resolve was forged from fear and doubt, the likes of which few can imagine. I was a fool to think that my words could sway her. Aww. Beneath the clear blue sky, the time machine comes to life. The other repairs are complete. Mayuri and I helped drain the last of the water out of the cockpit. The machine's still stuck in Randakai's wall, but that's a small matter. The other gazes at the time machine with a satisfied expression. Mayuri is jumping for joy, and Kurisu, who ran over as soon as she completed the time loop machine, is visibly relieved. Meanwhile, Suzuha Suzuha is struggling to attach her mountain bike to the time machine's exterior. She likes it so much she wants to bring it with her to 1975. Kurisu was worried that it might cause a time paradox. My heart is still heavy. Should I let Suzuha leave like this? I chide myself for the thought it's not my choice to make. Suzuha isn't from this time. If she doesn't want to stay, then I have no reason to keep her from leaving. Suzuha finishes securing her bicycle and turns to us with a soft smile. It's not the painful forced smile I saw yesterday. We don't perform a startup test. Activating the time machine would draw too much attention. So we're going to wing it. Fortunately, we have the time leap machine for insurance. My only regret is that we can't find her father. Her father probably is Daru. Who knows? I mean, since she said like how her father and Okabe are like friends, it probably is Daru because he does not have that many friends. But then again, he might have like accumulated some more in the time between. Well, who knows? Thanks, guys. Really, I can't thank you enough. But then with Ferris, that can't be Ferris. Then Ferris can't be the mother. I mean, she does kind of have that like cat smile that Ferris does. I don't know. But Amane wasn't Amane, what isn't her? It's close though. Don't forget about us. If you want to thank me, then let's make out. Control yourselves, perv. Control yourself, perv. That man's pat Suzuha on the shoulder and offer words of encouragement, each in his or her own way. Alright, take this. Suzuha offers me your father's pin. Oshima 7010. In the end, we couldn't decipher the inscription. This is for you, Okabe Rintaro. Keep it in the lab, will you? Somewhere outside is fine. Suzuha. Is she regretting her decision to leave? Is this pin meant to be proof that Amane Suzuha was here with us in this time? About the pin. Daru hesitates for a moment and steps forward. Why don't we make duplicates for all the lab members? Make it our symbol, I guess. Wow, that's a great idea! How unusually thoughtful of you. I don't know what to say. We already took a picture of it, so keep your pin, Amane. See, it belonged to your dad, right? Yeah. Okay. I stay silent. There's nothing I can say. I could stop Suzuha from leaving if I tried. But unless she goes, I can't save Mayuri. Okay, everyone. Maybe she has an important announcement to make. Mayuri suddenly raises her hand and calls for attention. As usual, she completely fails to sense the gravity of the situation. Though I suppose it's our fault for not telling her the truth about Suzuha's time machine. In any case, she has my attention. What could her announcement be? Could Mayuri have found out that she's fated to die? No. I highly doubt that. Quickly glance at Kurisu, but she seems just as confused as I am. Then what is it? Actually, maybe she found Susan's dad! What? Huh? What? Really? Mary puts out her chest proudly. Wanna meet him? You do, don't you? Well, he's here with us today. Where? Everyone, including me, starts looking around. Mayuri was like hook, line, and sinker. Scanned at the event hall, but there's no one else here. Where could he be? Allow me to introduce you. Susan's dad is... Is that a drum roll? Da-da-da. Susan's dad is... Mary flashes Suzuha a grin. Daru-kun! She thrusts her fingers at Daru. Our mouths drop. I kind of figured, but let's see where she goes with this. After awkward silence comes awkward laughter. That joke's not even logical. It's possible for this perv to get married in the first place. Hey, that kind of hurts.
いや
I completely agree with Christina. Daru's fated to become a wizard when he turns 30.
だろ
You could be nicer about it, guys, but it's the truth, so I can't object. Daru falls on his head and he's devastated. As for Suzuha herself, she clearly doesn't know how to react. You know, my dad wasn't fat. Jeez, you're also mean to Daru-kun. I agree. Mayushi's the only one to stand up for me. You're an angel, Mayushi. Do you love me? Nope. And he goes back down. Harsh. Mayushi's 100,000,000% sure that Daru-kun is Susan's dad. Okay, what's your proof? I was thinking about the letters on Susan's pin. After staring at it really hard, I noticed the 7 and 7010 looked a little weird. It's not a 7, it's a 2. The line fell off on the off the bottom. Really? Well, that makes sense. It's something from 2010. That kind of makes sense. Suzuha stares at the interaction of the pin again. It's so small, I can't tell. It's easy to see on the picture we took. 2010. But that's this year.
だったら
Then what do the
最
letters
初のア
mean?
ルファベットは何を意味するんだ
Ocean 2010. So that's inscribed on the pin. That's easy. Okabe, Shina, Hashida, Nakisi, and finally Amane. What? It was right in front of us all along. We just didn't know where to look.
これラボメンの頭文
It's our
字じゃん
initials?
2010
So I was thinking, why 2010? Then I remember it's the year of the lab mems.
ラボメンの年だって
Year of the lab mems.
未来ガジェット
The Future Gadget Laboratory was founded this year.
年だそういうことか
So that's what it is.
でね
And you know,
すずさん
Suzu-san
から聞いた未来の話
has lots of stories about future Orkarin and future Christina, but not a single story about Daru-kun, right?
それを言うなら
There
毎
weren't
日だって
any about Meishi either. Daru's observation startles me. It's an obvious thing to wonder about, but it strikes too close to home.
マユシーはラボ
Well,
メンだけ
Meiyushi's
ど
a lab man, but I can't make time machines, and I don't like fighting. Of course I'm not
争いとかは好き
famous.
じゃないから
No, the reason there aren't any stories about Meiyuri is because she dies in a few hours. Only Kurisu, Suza, and I know that, and we say nothing.
でもね
But Daru-kun's a super hacker and Okarin's right arm. He even helped Okarin make phone wave Chan.
電話
So I
レン
thought it was
ジじゃな
strange
くて
Suzuhan
オカリン
didn't know
と
him.
ダル君の2人で作っ
名前が出てこない。
So you're saying he used a different name?
名前を
すずさんがいたレジス
Beryl
タンスを作
Taito-san
った
helped
人の
Okarin
中
found the
の
resistance, right?
オ
Right?
カリンって
And he was an Akiba in 2010.
秋葉にタイムマシンを
And he was about to build his own time machine.
独自に研究できる人でオカリンの
And he knew about Okarin's reading spaghetti.
リーディングした
Reading Steiner.
それについて
He knew about it. Doesn't that fit Daru-kun perfectly?
確かに。
She's right.
それにね
Do you remember the day Susan went to meet her father?
タイムマシンを
She thought he would be at the time machine offline meet.
会えると思ったん
You
だ
know
よ
that
ね
because we tailed
ち
her.
なみにダル君
Daru-kun was supposed to be there too, right?
に行こうとしてたでしょ
あれは
That
日本
meet was
へ
seriously
戦争を語
important to
る
the
上
history
で
of
重要な
Japanese
オフ会だったん
sci-fi.
だマジ
At
で
least I got to sneak in while tailing him on
天
HG.
海の尾行ついでに潜り込めたから
Don't remember
ラッ
that.
キーだったけど
Must have happened because of the D-mail I sent. This is the curse of reading Steiner. Although I keep my memories from previous world lines, I don't acquire memories of events on new world lines, which actually pretty sucks. I think there's a anime that kind of has the same concept where you can change the events of the past, or yeah, by doing something similar, but you also get the knowledge of the events that happened once you change it. So, like I think it's an anime or in some kind of movie where, all right, I can change the past. Obviously, from the point I'm going to go back to the point I am at now is going to have a different, is going to be a different in between. But I'm going to remember the stuff that happened in between too. So sorry, I was looking for my phone. I couldn't find it.
そのオフ会の話を聞いたことがあって
Dad told me that
子供の頃のこと
told me
だ
about
から
that meet when I was
覚えだ
little.
けど
I don't remember what he said exactly,
行け
but I
ば
thought
会え
I
る
might
か
be
なっ
able
て
to meet
思
him
ったん
there.
だ。
じゃああの会場で僕に会ってたらそれで解決だったって話？
So if I'd been at the meet, everything would have been okay.
うーん
I don't know.
かな
I don't think I've picked you out as my dad.
橋田至お父さん
Still, the
の
evidence
認識
keep
できな
piling
かっ
up.
たかも。あとね
And then there's the time machine name.
富士204なんとかかんとかって言うんだけど
Future Gadget 204 something something, wasn't it?
FG204 セカンドエディション
FG204 Second Edition version 2.31.
その
Naming sense. It's got to be Daru.
それに
And
FG はね
FG probably stands for Future Gadget.
フューチャーガジェットの略だと
So
思うんだ
Zuha's time machine is Future Gadget number 204?
最後に
Finally, his name Barrel Tyler has to be
タ
Daru-kun.
イターさんはね
そういえば昨日
Come
の
to think
夜
of it, last
マユリ
time
からバレルの
Mary
意味を
asked how
教
to
えて
say
って
barrel
聞かれた
in
けど
Japanese.
バレルはね
Barrel is Taru in Japanese, right, Chris-chan?
クリスちゃん
Krisu nods. Taru,
タル
Taru, Daru.
タル
It's a pun?
でねでね
Okay, Zuza-san.
橋田
Say
至って10回言ってみて
Hashida Itaru 10 times fast.
なんで
Why?
言えばわかるよ
Just say it and find out.
橋田至る橋田至る橋田至る橋田至る橋田至る橋田至る橋田至る橋田至る橋田至る橋田至る
Yeah, no way now I'm saying that.
今
Just now, didn't it sound like
聞こえなかった
Dieter?
聞こえた
It did.
橋
Oh my lord, Bayuri.
橋田至る橋田至る橋田至る
マジで？
For reals?
マジです
For super reals. I can't believe it. But with all this evidence laid out in front of me, I can't deny it either. Everyone's jaws drop again. Only this time we're staring at Daru and Suzuha.
とってもお似合
I
いの
think she
親
looks
子だ
just
と
like her
思う
father.
プラシーボ効果かしらね
It could just be the
言われて
placebo
みれば
effect. But now that you
二人が
mention
似てる
it,
よう
they
な気
kind
も
of
して
do look alike.
お手柄だな
Nice work, Mayuri.
名探偵
You'll make a great
シーラ
detective one day. A detective? That's the first time anyone
そ
said
んな
that.
こと言われたの
She's
初
such
め
a
て
diss most of the
だ
time,
よ
but maybe she's more than anyone knows. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why can't I say that fucking word? Perceptive. Jesus.
ああ
My daughter?
娘
Mane, she is my
天
daughter?
主が
Daru wide-eyed points at Suza while flipping his lips like a fish out of water.
父さん
Dad?
そういう時は
Could you call me
Papa to your
Papa
side.
instead?
こんな時ぐらい変態
For
は
once in your life, don't be a perv.
父さん
Dad. Oh, I want a CGI picture. So I tries to hold back her tears but can't. They fall from her eyes and roll down her cheeks.
うん
Seeing this, Daru stops his joking and lets Suzuha speak.
私
I came, Dad. I came to see
父
you
さんに会うために
in the time machine you built.
うん
Yeah,
父さんのやろうとしていたこと
I'm
は
going to finish what you started. I promise.
うん
Yeah,
だから
watch over me,
見てて
okay?
ほしい
見てるよ
I'm watching.
絶
Of
対
course I am.
見てるよ
Suzuha walks up to Daru and hugs him gently. Daru awkwardly but firmly hugs her back. Father and daughter, reunited across time. Truly glad we could bring them together.
ちなみに
By the way,
君の母さんは可
was
愛
your
か
mother
った
cute?
ロリ顔で背が小さくてだけど巨乳ってのを希
Request
望
petite girl with cute face and big boobs?
それは
That's a
内緒
secret.
にしとく
When Suzuha finally steps away from Daru, she's smiling once again.
さてと
Well, that takes care of everything I
この
wanted to
世
do
界
on this
線の
world
面
line.
はきれいそろそろ
Guess I should be going.
だよ
待て
Wait, you're going already?
もう行くのか
Don't you have more to say to your father?
父親と
What am I
詰まる
doing?
話があったりしないのか
Suzuha's mind is set. I know that nothing I can say will convince her to stay. This man is to even try, if she stays. Miyuri dies, I know that. So why am I trying to stop her?
私は大丈夫
No, I'm fine.
きっと
I'm going to get an IBN 5100, just like I
手に入
promised.
れてみせるから
She looks at us with the face of a warrior.
未来を変えるのは
I'll bring it to you here
君
in
たちにかかってる
Akihabara. That's my duty.
私は
And I'll see it through.
み
The
んな
rest is
と
up
こ
to
の後
you.
お願い
Change the future.
未来を
Please.
変えてほしい
Nobody speaks. Nobody nods. We don't have the words. But she sees it in our faces. Resolve. Suzuha has entrusted us with her will and her mission. We meet her gaze, each of us, and silently swear to protect him to the end. The future Suzuha came from is not the future we desire. In Suzuha's time, Daru and I fought to change it. This time, I'll make sure it never happens. Mayuri will live. Kurisu will be free. Suzuha will grow up knowing her father. We must change the future, that all these things may come to pass.
それじゃ
Well,
35年後
see
に
you in 35 years. Though I guess it'll only be a few hours for you guys.
数時間後かあそうそう
Oh, I almost
タ
forgot.
イムマシンが
The time
時間
machine gives
超
off
越する時
terrific,
紫外線光がすごいから
terrific
直視しない方がいいよ
ultraviolet rays when it jumps, so make sure not to look directly at it. With the final warning, Suzuha boards the time machine. She waves once and then the hatch closes behind her. Moments later, the machine comes to life. Oh, hello. Oh, I got 50%. A shrill alarm starts ringing. There are no other sounds. It makes less noise than I expect. People on the street below start shouting and cheering at the satellite sun activity. They all look up and point. My phone vibrates. I quickly take it out and open the mail from Suzuha. I'm gonna save right here because I feel like this is the part. Shit, was it chapter? Oh, chapter 4 is right there. Yeah. This is the part. I feel like this is the part where it's like, all right, here's the thing. Do you send the D mail or not? Like, we're getting close to it. I feel it. Goodbye. I failed to stop her on the previous oral lie. She sent me the exact same message from before. But this time, those words holds a completely different meaning. It's also signed as John Titor. I lift my eyes from the message, see space around the time machine begin to warp. A cocoon of light appears and envelops the fuselage. I feel like you guys should be like leaving the building too, just like, you know, police officers don't come in and be like, what the fuck were you kids doing? But, you know, yeah, stay here for the, excuse me, sentimental, all that. I squint my eyes against the brilliance. Yeah, no way, this can't be the thumbnail. I'll stick with the previous thing. Squint my eye. Oh. Suzuha. We will never see her again. Not this Suzuha. Yes, we can seek her out in our time. I know that I will make that effort. But the next time we meet, an immense gulf of time will have divided us. No matter how hard we wish it were different, she will not be the girl we knew. All of a sudden, Daru takes a step into the light.
Suzuha! きっとまた会おう
I'm
な
sure we'll meet again.
僕その時まで頑張
I'll
る
do
か
my
ら
best until then. I hate myself for not knowing any other way to say it, but I'll do my best.
とにかく僕は頑張
I'll
る
do
か
my
ら
best. I promise.
鈴葉も
So Suzuha, do your best too. His words probably can't reach her anymore. As the light grows more intense, I raise my hand to shield my eyes. Bathed in radiant particles, the cocoon slowly unfurls. The next thing I know, Suzuha's time machine has vanished into thin air, leaving a hole the size of a dump truck in Rondakan's wall. The air is thick in the smell of ozone and seems to pulse softly wherever this machine stood. We stand there for a while, staring silently at the empty spot while the summer breeze blows gently past, as if the wind were fate itself. I'm going to keep going. Unfortunately, we don't have time to mourn her departure. In about an hour and a half, Miyoko's group will attack the lab. Before that happens, we need to acquire the IBM 5100 that Suzuha went to 1975 to obtain. The time machine's sudden disappearance has thrown the area into chaos, which makes it easier for us to slip out unnoticed. Really? See you in 35 years. Suzuha says. 54-year-old Suzuha should be here in Akiba. Before she left, we decided that the time machine's disappearance would be her cue to bring the IBM 5100 to the lab. But when we return to the lab, there's no 54-year-old woman waiting for us. Seems Suzuha hasn't come yet. No more running. Kusa gasps for breath while Mayuri calmly munches on banana. Mayuri's the most fit out of us all. She could probably win the Olympics. As I check the lab for any signs, a line of red numbers catches my eyes. The meter reads 0.337187%. Divergence hasn't changed. Green's starting to inactivate this time, so I suspect that might be the case. Let's think this through. I thought that divergence would change the instant Suzuha attained the IBM 5100 in 1975. But maybe there's something else that needs to happen. Will it change the instant Suzuha hands me the IBM 5100? Or will it change when we use the IBM 5100 to delete my email from Cern's database? At any rate, we all can do now is wait for Suzuha to arrive. Suzuha's 54 by now, right? After catching his breath, Daru speaks. My daughter's 30 years older than me. I don't know if I want to see that. Feels weird, man. You know, it wouldn't be unusual for her to have grandchildren by that age. You mean I could have great-grandkids? I don't know if I'm right for that, man. I mean, yeah, I guess it's not unusual to be a grandparent at that age. Just be super nice to them. That's what grandpas do. Please don't call me grandpa. Knock on the door interrupts the idle chatter. It must be Suzuha. Everyone looks at me with a strange mixture of anticipation and anxiety. Excuse me. I slowly open the door. And that's where I'm going to leave it. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see.
Oh,
Okabe. Instead of an old woman, we get a wall of muscle instead. The disappointment is palpable. Oh, it's you. Hey, you see my part-timer? Mr. Barham peeks into the lab. If you're looking for Suzu-san, she went 35 years.
Shut up, Mayuri.
Shut up, Mayuri. Greasy covers Mayuri's mouth. You know something? Where'd that girl run off to? I should give him a more gruff voice. She took the last couple days off and I don't know when she's coming next. She won't even answer her phone. Don't have time for this. But I can't just order him to leave. Not unless I want a cracked skull. She said she went back to her hometown. She's probably gone for good. What? You sure? That brat? She didn't say a word to me. The future is changing. Isn't this proof? On my previous labs, Mr. Barham never came to the lab. It must be related to Suzuhan's trip to 1975. Surely it's a good sign. Now, as long as the attractor fields don't amend history again. Mr. Barham sighs and turns to me with a serious expression. Well, whatever. I got something for you, Okabe. For me? He hands me an envelope. It's addressed to Okabe Rintaro, but there's no stamp or postmark. The name? Hashidai Suzu is written on the back. What is this? It's from the lady who used to own this building. She asked me to give it to you on this day. Who? How do you know Suzu-san anyway? Suzu-san? Suzu-san. Of course! The name on the back reads Hashida Suzu. Hashida's daughter's surname. Where is she now? Huh? She passed away 10 years ago. Passed away? She's dead? The wave of dizziness nearly sweeps me off my feet. How old was she? Mid-40s, I think. The age fits. Thank you for taking care of this letter, Mr. Baru. Eh? It's from Suzu-san? Give me 1 second.